DNC requests judges throw out RNC lawsuits. In Michigan and Nevada, the Democratic National Committee DNC is actively challenging lawsuits initiated by the Republican National Committee RNC in Michigan and Nevada. These lawsuits, which the DNC deems as flawed and dangerous, accuse the states of having inflated voter rolls and question the integrity of mail-in ballot procedures. The DNC has submitted amicus briefs in both states to counteract these claims, asserting that they are without merit and serve only to undermine public trust in the electoral process. The RNC's lawsuits argue that the voter rolls in key counties are suspiciously high and demand that election officials cancel certain voter registrations. Furthermore, in Michigan, the RNC is contesting the state's guidance on verifying ballot signatures. The DNC's response emphasizes that these actions are part of a broader attempt by the Republican Party, influenced by former President Donald Trump, to cast doubt on the upcoming elections through baseless legal challenges and misinformation. According to the DNC, these tactics mirror efforts from the 2020 elections, where numerous lawsuits attempting to overturn election results were dismissed for lack of evidence. The DNC contends that such strategies are not only unfounded but also harmful, as they aim to erode confidence in the democratic process rather than address any legitimate issues with election administration. On a broader scale, the Biden re-election campaign has been fortifying its legal team in anticipation of continued challenges to election integrity by the Republicans. The campaign views these efforts as a rehash of the 2020 election tactics, designed to sow doubt and discord well before the actual voting begins. Meanwhile, the RNC, under the leadership reshuffled by Trump, maintains that its legal actions are necessary to ensure election integrity. These moves come amid internal party dynamics that saw the recent resignation of the RNC's chief counsel, a veteran GOP lawyer who had previously expressed skepticism about claims of a stolen 2020 election. This legal and political drama unfolds as both parties prepare for the upcoming elections, with each side accusing the other of tactics that could undermine the fairness and transparency of the electoral process. If the DNC does not actively challenge the lawsuits brought by the RNC in states like Michigan and Nevada, there could be several significant consequences. 1. Public confidence in elections. Failure to counter these lawsuits could lead to a decrease in public trust in the electoral process. If allegations of inflated voter rolls and flawed mail-in ballot procedures go unchallenged, it might give credence to claims that the electoral process is unreliable or manipulated, which can erode democratic engagement and voter turnout. 2. Voter disenfranchisement. The specific demands of the RNC's lawsuits, such as canceling voter registrations based on allegedly inflated rolls, could lead to actual disenfranchisement. Legitimate voters might find themselves improperly purged from voter rolls, which would directly impact their ability to participate in elections. 3. Legal precedent. Allowing such lawsuits to proceed unchallenged and possibly succeed could set a legal precedent that might encourage similar future actions in other states. This could lead to a proliferation of legal challenges that aim to restrict voting under the guise of correcting electoral irregularities, further politicizing and complicating electoral administration. 4. Political polarization. Not contesting these legal challenges could intensify political polarization. It may be perceived as an acknowledgement that the electoral system is indeed flawed in the ways described by the lawsuits, thereby fueling further divisive rhetoric and potentially aggressive political strategies. 5. Impact on future elections. If these lawsuits are seen as politically motivated tools that can influence election outcomes indirectly through legal challenges, they might become a regular strategy employed by political parties. This could lead to an increased legal battleground rather than a focus on policy and campaigning, diverting resources and attention from critical election issues. Overall, the implications of not challenging these lawsuits could have far-reaching effects on the integrity and perception of the electoral process, voter confidence, and the democratic system as a whole. Follow the channel to receive the latest news. 3.